Hey, what's going on, Guardians? My name is the Black Link, and today is December 13th, 2018, yet another Thursday. You all know what that means. It's time to dive in to this week's issue of the Bungie weekly blog, This Week at Bungie. We're in week 2 here in the Black Armory annual pass release. And this week we of course had the start of the Destiny 2 winter event, The Dawning. A lot of you Guardians have been out there this week cooking up goodies and riding around on a very, very special sleigh. Well, this week's TWAB is going to be a little bit light on brand new information. It's mostly talking about some bug fixes that are going to be going into effect at a later time. But there are a few very important things to discuss, so let's go over it. First things first, Bungie is aware of several issues going on with the game right now. When the update went into effect earlier this week, a lot of players were having trouble connecting to servers, as well as dealing with a bunch of other issues. So they take the time to address a few things here. These include issues like players not being properly rewarded the Scourge of Nothing emblem for completing the Scourge of the Past raid within that first 24 hours, the issue going on with revive tokens not being properly spent within the raid, Black Armory weapon frames disappearing, the issue with high-value targets not being counted as a part of the kill quest to unlock the Gophanon Forge, ballistics logs and other Black Armory items not going to your postmaster, and even more. There were definitely a lot of issues going on with the game this week. One of the most frustrating was, of course, players just being able to connect to the server when the Dawning went live. Thankfully, a lot of these issues have been worked out, and for some of the problems that are still in-game, they'll be seeing a fix coming very soon as possibly even next week, because we're going to be getting update 2.1.3 next week. This is going to be a small quality of life update that's going to fix a few things. First things first, this will be the quality of life update that's going to change the way power works when you're power level 600 and below. If you're a Guardian who's still trying to catch up to power level 600, you're going to have an easier time doing that with your power rewards once next week's patch goes into effect. Players under 600 power will begin to receive higher powered rewards when completing director challenges. And in addition to fixing some of the issues we talked about before, they're also going to be changing something with the 1000 voices on PC. Right now, there's an issue where that weapon is doing more damage than intended at higher frame rates on PC. And after update 2.1.3, functionality is going to match between all platforms. This is going to come in the form of kind of a nerf for the 1000 voices for the PC platform, bringing it in line with the way the gun performs on console, which in my opinion is a little bit underwhelming. It's kind of an underwhelming gun on consoles. This is a pretty rare glitch here on PC. You kind of have to be running at really high frame rates, like 120 and beyond, to really notice the damage increase that 1000 voices does. But nonetheless, I am a little bit bummed to see that this gun is going to be seeing any sort of nerf, rather than simply buffing its performance on other platforms. But if you're a player on PC who runs this game at like 144 frames per second, you're probably going to notice your 1K voices acting a little bit differently. Rest in peace. Now that we've gotten the bad news out of the way, let's move on to some of the other stuff. You might have noticed that Mayhem is currently live in-game. Well, I hope you're ready for a lot more supers, because it's going to be live until December 25th, 2018. That's right, Merry Christmas Guardians, this game mode's going to be live for 2 whole weeks. So make sure you get in there and enjoy some of the fun. Then after that, starting on Tuesday, December 25th, Iron Banner is going to be returning alongside some increased valor. That's right, from the 25th until January 1st, Lord Saladin will be visiting during the Dawning. But he ain't coming for no cookies. He's come to oversee the power level enabled combat of the Iron Banner. With Season 5, you'll have new armor to earn and 2 Year 1 weapons returning to the fold with new random rolls. And then of course we get to see the new Iron Banner armor that we're going to be able to get our hands on in 2 weeks' time. Definitely not a bad looking set of armor for all 3 of the classes there, though I think I would appreciate some of the older Iron Banner color schemes a bit more. Additionally, we're also going to be getting a brand new Iron Banner emblem, shader, and you can see 2 of the previous Iron Banner weapons, the Hero's Burden legendary submachine gun, as well as Kreml's dagger. The high-impact Iron Banner hand cannon are going to be returning to the fold with random rolls. So if you've been missing those 2 weapons and are looking to get new versions of them, you'll get your chance once Christmas rolls around. But that's not all that's starting on that Tuesday. Double Valor will be enabled from December 25th through December 28th, followed by Triple Valor from December 28th through January 1st. So it'll also be a great time to get in there and max out your Valor ranking. Now personally, I'm happy to see some Year 1 stuff coming back, but I hope there's at least a few new Iron Banner weapons within the fold this time around. What a great time to introduce like an Iron Banner machine gun, the likes of like Yolder's Hammer, or any one of the machine guns we had back in the days of old in Destiny 1. Hey, I can have high hopes, right? But alright Guardians, that's pretty much it for the biggest bits of news contained in this week's issue of the Bungie Weekly blog, This Week at Bungie. It is important to note that the Dawning is going to be going until January 1st. So make sure you Guardians visit Ava, collect those ingredients, and start baking up those goodies. There's definitely a ton of things to do within the world of Destiny 2 right now. I barely have time to finish all these bounties on one character, let alone all three. So I know I'm certainly going to be keeping busy during this holiday season. But that's pretty much all the news for this one, and those are my thoughts on it. Be sure to leave me yours down in the comment section below. Are you psyched for the return of Iron Banner once again? Did you have a favorite Iron Banner weapon from Destiny 1 that you'd like to see come back for Destiny 2? I figure we've got the machine guns in game right now, why not bring back one of those legendary weapons from back in the day? I don't know, be sure to leave me your thoughts. And if you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest stuff we're putting out. But alright Guardians, it's going to be it for this one. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.